about it, but I mean, we're human. At the end of the day, we're going to make mistakes. We're not perfect people at all. So, I mean, I'll throw an interception again. I mean, another guy will drop a ball, maybe next game, maybe next year. But, I mean, stuff like that's going to happen. We just have to overcome it.
What did you say to William, too, after that?
Next play.
Was the weather, did you feel like the weather affected those passes? Or those
Honestly, honest to God, the rain was never a problem. But I will say, like, the thing that was really – it was kind of crazy, like the wind. It was kind of like howling. It was howling pretty good, especially during the second half. But I mean, it's not an excuse at all.
We've talked a lot about missed chances. Obviously, that right before halftime was one of them. But do you notice those throughout the game and kind of wish you had a couple of those back?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I notice it every time it happens. Missed opportunity. I mean, us not scoring a touchdown the first drive after they turn it over inside the 40-yard line was pretty big. You know, we just have to finish drives. You know, we've said it multiple times this year, but at the end of the day, we have to finish drives in the end zone.
Did you think you had Makai on that corner route he was running? I think you overshot him by like maybe an inch.
Yeah, either he could have called it, and I should have thrown it a little better. One of the two. I hadn't seen it honestly. I need to look at it on film.
It really felt like maybe the turning point was in the third quarter when you guys had back-to-back drives where you couldn't sustain that. I mean, did you kind of have a sense there that maybe it was slipping a little bit or you need to pick it up? What were you feeling then?
I mean, never really. I mean, I don't think this team's ever really out of the fight. You know, we said that a lot. We've said a lot throughout the year, like we're never out of the fight, you know. It's a 4-quarter game. It's a 60-minute game. But with that being said, it was, I think the drive that we really needed was we had back-to-back holding calls, you know, so we're second and 30 or something like that. And, you know, just to not convert right there was just kind of a crucial point.
I know it's a disappointing night, and it's probably not the focus right at the moment, but the last 365 days, can you put into words just how much this team has grown over the course of the last year?
I mean, I think that we've definitely grown a whole lot, you know, from the Egg Bowl last year to, you know, spring ball to, you know, fall camp. And then throughout the first 6 games, I feel like we've grown so much as a team, not just on the field, but off the field too. So yeah, the thing that sucks is that we just have to live with, you know, them having something for 365 more. So.
Yeah, you said at the end of last year's game you were basically waiting for this game again. Are you already ready for next year's game against these guys?
Yeah, but I mean, got a long way to go, man.
Well, when you take off your helmet, when the final whistle comes out, what's kind of the emotions in that moment?
Just sucks. You know, it's a pretty good word to describe it. So.
Coach Lee talked about maybe one of the differences was their team kind of an average older team, and you're still a young team that's just developing. How much do you think bowl season now will help this team gain some more maturity for next year?
I mean, I don't really know how to answer that question, honestly. I mean, yeah, they definitely have older guys like Corral. He's probably leaving for the draft or whatever. They have some older wideouts that came back for their 5th year or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we have some young guys that are starting for us, so you know, maybe we can be experienced like them next year or whatever. So.
How much does it help knowing you've got another one to play? I mean, whereas this isn't the end of the season for you.
It helps. You know, this is going to sting, I mean, for 365 days, but, you know, ultimately you just have to flush it. You know, when we find out what bowl game we're going to, you know, all our focus needs to be on that bowl game.